Thanks so much for joining me. 60-minute Hatha yoga class. We're going to be in each pose anywhere between 2 and 10 breaths, depending on the pose. I'll walk you through it. I'll do the whole class with you. I might stop a couple times just to check the screen or grab a sip of water, which I of course encourage you to do as well. And get started in a comfortable seat with your right leg in front of your left. Take plenty of time to find that seat. You often hear teachers instruct to remove the phones. That's a cue I used to use all the time as well. I actually recommend now, I've learned that, our flesh is there for a reason and it protects us. So I don't want you to remove that flesh. I want you to sit comfortably and let it all land as it normally would. And then stack the shoulders over the hips and lift the crown of the head. If it's comfortable, close the eyes. Place the hands anywhere you'd like. Maybe you try out a couple of different places before you decide. Take a moment to check in and notice how you're feeling this afternoon, physically, mentally, emotionally. Remind yourself why you're on your mat, why you carved out this hour for yourself today. To move, to breathe, to focus. I encourage you throughout class at any time to take a moment and close the eyes and check in. At no point will we be flowing, moving one breath, one movement. And there's plenty of time to pause and pay attention. I encourage you to do something different than what I suggest if your body is asking you to do that. Let's inhale our arms out to the sides, lift them to the sky, let the palms touch. Let's exhale our hands to our heart. Stay here for a moment. Please say something kind to yourself. Place your right hand down on the mat by your right hip. And bring your left arm up and over. We'll be here for a number of breaths. Bend into the right elbow. Breathe into the left side body. Press into the left sit bone. Maybe you find wrist circles in the left hand. Maybe you lift your gaze to the left hand. Maybe you close your eyes. Use an inhale to bring yourself back up. Press into both sit bones, lift the crown of the head. Use an exhale to twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you and the left hand to the outside of the right knee. We'll be here for a number of breaths. Using the inhale to grow a little taller. Using the exhale to deepen the twist, even if it's just a tiny bit. Perhaps eventually the goal is to bring the gaze past the right shoulder, but please don't overdo it. On your next inhale, bring yourself back to center. Find eagle arms by bringing the right arm underneath the left and crossing at the elbows. Bring the hands to touch, maybe the back of the hands, or maybe you give yourself a hug. Meet yourself where you are at this point in your practice. Squeeze the arms together and maybe lift the elbows, bringing them in line with the shoulders. Maybe send the hands forward, deepening the shoulder stretch. Maybe closing the eyes. On your next inhale, you'll unwind the arms, bring them out to a T, chest forward. And then as you exhale, give yourself a hug. It doesn't matter which arm is on top. Tuck the chin and round the spine, hold in the lower belly. Inhale to bring the arms out and up, palms touch, press into sit bones, lift crown of head. Exhale for a seated forward fold, hinge at hips. Bring arms out in front of you, crawl hands out long. You can gaze at the hands or you can tap the chin and gaze at the navel. Perhaps breathing into the upper back, the neck, the shoulders. Or perhaps breathing into the right hip, into your body. Gaze at the hands if you aren't already. Crawl the hands in toward the body. Bring yourself to an upright position. Bring the right foot and plant it on the other side of the left thigh. So you'll want to scooch your left leg over to the right. Twist to the right once more. Left elbow outside right knee, right hand behind you. Keeping the spine nice and flat. Focusing on the breath. Checking in. We'll inhale to come back to center. We're gonna find cow face pose, so you might bring that right foot further over to the left. Bring the left arm high to the sky, and the right arm long out to the right. Lift the left fingertips, reach the right fingertips. And then bend the left elbow, and plant the left hand on the upper back. And then bring the right arm back behind you. And maybe those hands are able to grip. I'm super tight on this side, I'm not able to grip. If you're not able to grip, maybe the right hand grips the bottom of the t-shirt. The left hand grips the top of the t-shirt and you're able to pull. Where can you soften here? Taking your time, nice and gentle here. Right arm long out to the right. Left arm high up to the sky. Inhale. And then carefully release that. Maybe shake it out a little. Slowly uncross the right leg. And then just find that same easy seat that we had at the beginning of class. This time our left leg is in front of our right. Closing eyes for a moment, placing hands wherever you'd like. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Left hand on the mat by a left hip, right arm up and over. Crawling that left hand out to the left as far as you'd like, bending into the left elbow. Pressing into the right sit bone, breathing into the right side body.
I'm feeling high. My money
Next inhale carefully brings you back up. And your exhale twists you to the left. Growing tall. Deepening twist. Pushing yourself a little further or not quite as far. Listen to your body. Your next inhale brings you back to center. Eagle the arms, left arm underneath. Maybe it feels a little different on this side. Be mindful. Inhale to unwind, arms out to a T. Give yourself a hug as you exhale, opposite arm on top if you can remember. Tuck chin, round spine, pull and lower belly. Arms out and up, press into sit bones, lift crown of head. Seated forward fold. Gazing wherever feels best on your neck. Sending the breath wherever your body asks you to send it. Inhaling to bring yourself back up. Bringing the left foot on the outside of the right thigh, scooching that right foot over to the left. Lifting the left knee toward the sky. And twisting to the left once more. Making your way back to center, setting up for cow face pose on this side. So maybe left foot further to the right foot further to the left, stacking the knees as best you can. Meet yourself where you are at. Right arm high to the sky, left arm long out to the left. Reach, 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 reach. Bend the right elbow, plant the right hand in between the shoulder blades. And then bring the left arm back behind you, bending elbow, lifting left fingertips. And maybe make a grip on this stone eagle. Yay. So interlocking fingers if you can. Grabbing shirt if you can't. Breathing. Very carefully, very slowly, releasing any grip you might have, raising the right arm, reaching the left arm, letting it go, digging it out, removing the left leg, and taking your time, we're going to make our way to tabletop. In the middle of the mat, plant the hands, spread the fingers, stack the shoulders over the wrists. Place the knees below the hips and the feet behind the knees. Inhale to lower the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin, lift the chest, cow pose. And listen, exhale, stay here. Pressing into fingertips, inhale, stay here. Exhale, cat. Tuck the tailbone, round the spine, gaze at the knee. Inhale, stay here. Stay here. Inhale back to cow. Exhale back to cat. Tabletop. Everything I say is a suggestion. Let the hands point toward you. Inhale, cow. Stay as you exhale. Stay as you inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale here. Exhale here. Tabletop. Come to the tops of the hand. Let them face you. If this is too intense, then do one of the other two options. Inhale, cow. Stay as you exhale. Stay as you inhale. Exhale, cat. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tabletop. Very carefully, very slowly. Come into tabletop. Fingers pointing away. Hands below shoulder. Inhale the right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Maybe left arm long out in front of you, side body stretch. Maybe left arm wraps behind you, hand inside right hip. Good. Maybe eyes closed. Left hand below left shoulder. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, tabletop. Other side, inhale, left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Right hand, right arm, wherever you'd like. Right hand below right shoulder. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, press into the hips, the wrists. Tuck the toes if they aren't already. Using the core, inhale, lift the knees and hover. Just a couple of inches from the mat. Gazing down between the hands, probably. Puffing up the upper back, tucking in the lower belly, feeling the burn in the thighs. When you are ready for your next exhale, downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back and adjusting your stance. Hands are shoulder width distance. Feet are hip width distance. nice and relaxed. Find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Lift your hips nice and high. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Stay here with the exhale. Maybe there's ankle rolls. Keep pressing into the fingertips. Stay here with the inhale. Reach the right heel further back. Flex the toes. Exhale, low lunge. Step the foot through. Take a moment to adjust. Left leg is nice and long back behind you. Plant the left hand below the left shoulder. Actively press into it. Inhale the right arm high. We're here for a couple of breaths. Keep reaching that left heel back. Reach the right hip back as well. And maybe start to lift the left pec toward the sky. Keeping the focus on the breath here. Your next exhale, plant your right palm back down, low lunge. Lower onto your left knee. Inhale your arms high to the sky. We're here for a couple of breaths. Sink into your lunge. Soften your shoulders. Continue to send the right hip back. When you feel ready for an exhale, you'll hinge at the hips and fold, plant the hands, and then shift back on the hips, straighten the right leg, and lift the right foot and flex the toes. Rounding the spine, folding forward. If your blocks are near and you want to use them, this might be a good place to use them. Where can you soften here? On your next inhale, you're slowly going to bring yourself forward, planting the right foot and stacking the right knee, and framing the foot with the hands. Lifting the left knee. Inhaling for three-legged dog with the right leg high behind you. And exhaling for a scorpion dog, stacking the right hip over the left and lifting the right knee toward the sky. And we're here for a couple of breaths. Pressing into fingertips, squaring shoulders as best you can, and seeing if you can dig the left heel into the mat, and send the right heel toward the left glute. Keeping the head and the neck nice and soft and relaxed, and on your next inhale, straightening the right leg for three-legged dog once more, and then planting the right foot for downward facing dog. Giving the hips a little shimmy perhaps. Left leg high as you inhale. Stay with the exhale, ankle rolls if you'd like. Stay with the inhale, left heel further back behind you if you can. And then find your low lunge. Take your time to get there. Setting up. Planting the right hand below the right shoulder. Inhaling the left arm high. Reaching that right heel back. Sending that left hip back. And reaching the right pec toward the sky. When you're ready, you'll lower the left hand back down and come onto the right knee. And raise your arms for on stance.
MAHO, metaphysical style.
Softening shoulders. Softening face.
Scientifical parabolas, my lyrical projectile
Softening
puncture,
breath.
chronicle matter, bisected injected refractions,
Calming
complicating
mind
thoughts
here.
through threads of RAM stored in a floppy. T19 connect intersect, riding brain waves like
Hinging at hips. Placing hands, framing foot.
raising sandy
Shifting back on hips. Straightening left leg. Lifting left foot. Flexing toes. You might round spine, bend elbows. Reach forehead toward toe. You might grab blocks.
With the good day style.
You might close eyes.
And that fabulous clothes you wear. And the way you weave your hair.
industrial toxic fumigation, symmetrical color resorts on the expressway through your scalp piece, that the tethering of the twisting astrodomes in the form of the cats and the dogs, defogging the mind's eyes.
We will gently start to bring ourselves forward, planting foot, stacking knee. Framing foot with hands. Lifting right leg, and then bring yourself to three-legged dog, left leg high behind you. And then stack the hip for scorpion dog, left knee high to the sky. Left heel toward right glute. Right heel toward mat.
Apocalyptic fusion eclipse, secondary source.
Straighten your left leg as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale.
Interdimensional trans-global marketing schemes.
Pedal out your dog here if you'd like.
Horizontal posturing, intertwined sheet music, epic in proportion, enigmatic implosions, inclusive of the masses. I get metaphysical.
Listen, gazing at your feet, crawl your hands back to meet your feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. We're gonna find chair pose. Your feet can be hip width distance, or all the way to touching, or anywhere in between. When you're ready, bend your knees, sink into your hips, raise your arms. Soften your shoulders. Send the weight into the heels, so much so that you might lift all 10 toes. If you've lifted the toes, gaze past the knees and make sure you can see the toes. If you cannot see them, scooch back in space until you can. And then bring the gaze forward. Feel free to place the hands at heart if you prefer, or cactus the arms. Feel that burn in the thighs. Close the eyes, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? On your next exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. We're here for a couple of breaths. Keep the shoulders back. Reach them toward each other. Let the gaze be slightly down. And let the hands be wherever you'd like. It really doesn't matter. When you're ready, slightly bend the knees, plant the hands, and then crawl them out in front of you for our first high plank. We'll be in this high plank for a couple of breaths. Fingers spread wide, shoulders stacked over wrists. Puff up the upper back, tuck in the lower belly, and reach the heels far back behind you and the crown of the head far in front of you. On your exhale, slowly start to lower all the way onto your belly. Bend the elbows inward, feel and brush the ribcage on your way down. Come to the tops of your toes here. Inhale, press into the tops of the feet. Lift the chin ever so slightly and stay as you exhale. Inhale, continue to press into the tops of the feet. Lift the chin and the gaze, and maybe lift the hands and let them hover. Stay as you exhale. Just one more inhale, maybe you lift just a tiny bit higher. Press into the tops of the feet. Hold forward as you exhale. Tuck the toes, press into them, press into the hands. Make your way to downward facing dog. Use an inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Use an exhale, step your foot through, low lunge. Gaze back at your left foot. Prepare it for warrior one. So you want your left heel in and your left toes out at a 45-degree angle. And then look at your right foot and toe heel it over to the right just an inch or two. You want your feet to be on railroad tracks as opposed to in one line. And then when you're ready, maybe hands come to hips first. We'll inhale to come up. Take plenty of time here to set up. I like to bring my hands to my hips and assist the hips by reaching right hip back and left hip forward. Actively press into the pinky side of the left foot. If you cannot do that, you'll probably want to shorten the stance or widen the stance. When you feel ready, raise your arms up shoulder height, raise your arms up high, shoulder width distance. Palms facing each other. Breathe here, sinking into the right knee. Continuing to reach that right hip back. Continuing to press into the left pinky side of the foot. And then bring the arms back behind you and interlace all 10 fingers and find a fist at the lower back. Use an inhale to reach the fist back, lift the chin, the chest, the gaze. Exhale to hinge at the hips and fold, reaching that right hip back the whole time. Lifting the fist toward the sky, bringing the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. And keeping that foundation in both feet. On an inhale, your fist is going to bring you back up carefully and slowly, mindfully. Remove the grip, shake out the arms, and raise them. When you feel ready, use an exhale to find warrior two. So you're going to open up your arms, and then you're going to widen the stance, and the left foot is going to come parallel to the mat. And the heels are going to be in one line. So there's plenty of time here to set up. Again, we're not flowing one breath, one movement. We're finding our pose, adjusting it as we need, and then staying there and breathing, checking in. Arms, bring the left arm underneath the right. Cross at the elbows, hands together or back of hands, or give yourself a hug. Gaze past the right shoulder, keep the lunge in the right knee. Find a sense of buoyancy if that helps you. You're gonna find full eagle at the top of the mat. Bring that left foot in an inch or two perhaps. And then kick off with the left foot and wrap it around the right. Once or twice. Or use the foot as a kickstand. Once you find your eagle, use your breath to sink into it. Squeezing arms, lifting elbows, sending hands forward. Squeezing legs, squaring hips, right hip back, left hip forward. Breathing. Keep the arms as they are. Unwind the left leg. Carefully and slowly reach it back behind you. Find high lunge in the legs. Unwind the arms. Find high lunge in the arms. Plant the hands. Frame the right foot. Listen, we're going to find runner's lunge. Toe heel that right foot to the outer edge of the mat. The right heel is in and the toes are out, 45-degree angle. Left leg gets more length back behind you, use the toes. Lower onto the left knee. Everything I say is a suggestion. Untuck the left toes. Maybe you use a block or two to come onto with the hands or the forearms. Maybe you don't want to use blocks and you want to come right all the way onto the mat. Maybe you need a little more and you lift the inner arch of your right foot and come onto the pinky side edge of the right foot. Sending that right knee a little further away from you. Bring ourselves upright, planting hands, straightening arms, bringing gaze forward. Toe heel that right foot to the middle of the mat. Frame the right foot with the hands. Tuck the left toes, straighten the left leg. Three-legged dog with the right leg high behind you. Inhale. Scorpion the dog, exhale. Straighten the leg, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 3 rounds of breath. Maybe you stick your tongue out, line of breath. Left leg high, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Gaze at right foot. Set yourself up for warrior one. Right heel in, right toes out. Feet on train tracks. Bring yourself up however makes sense to you. I like to bring my hands to my hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Arms high. Press into pinky side of right foot. Sink into left knee. Soften shoulders. Where can you soften here? Hands to the lower back, finding a fist. Maybe you bring the opposite thumb on top, whichever one feels a little funky. Reach the fist back, lift the chest, inhale. Hinge at the hips, left hip back. Left shoulder inside left knee. Keeping the foundation in both feet, particularly the pinky side and moving.
So don't get big-headed.
With an inhale, the fist is going to bring you back up. Please take your time. Shake it out. Raise the arms. With an exhale, you'll find warrior two. There's plenty of time to get there. Widen stance. Bring heels in one line. Bring back foot parallel to mat. Open up the left knee. Make sure you can see the big toe on the left foot. Eagle the arms, right arm underneath left. Gaze past your left shoulder, sink into your left knee, prepare your right foot first, and then kick off of your right foot. Full eagle with the right leg wrapping around the left once or twice, or being used as a kickstand. Finding something to gaze at that's not moving, a point of focus, a drishti. Using your breath to stay there. Keeping the arms as they are, if you'd like. Listen to your body. Unwinding the right leg and gracefully stepping it back behind you and finding high lunge legs and eagle arms. Unwinding the eagle arms and finding high lunge arms. Planting the hands and framing the left foot and finding low lunge. Coming into runner's lunge, toe heel the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Heel in, toes out. Right leg long and maybe lower onto the leg and untuck the toes. Use a block or two if you'd like. Maybe resting on hands, maybe resting on forearms, maybe resting on forehead. If this side feels like it needs a little more, maybe lifting inner arch of left foot, coming onto outside edge, and sending left knee away, even if it's just a tiny bit. You'll use an inhale to carefully plant hands, gaze forward. Just slowly bring left foot to middle of mat. Just gently straighten right leg. Lift left leg. Three-legged dog. Stack left hip. Scorpion dog. Three-legged dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Three rounds of breath. knees at the feet, crawl the hands back to the feet, forward fold the back of the mat. Gorilla, lift one foot, place the hand under the foot, palm facing up. Maybe the toes come all the way to the wrist crease. Lift the other foot, place the hand under the foot, palm facing up. Bend the knees, rest the belly on the thighs. Bend the elbows, relax the head and the neck. Maybe you give your hands a little massage with your feet. Maybe you close your eyes. Slowly release from this pose. Straightening the legs first if you'd like. Lifting one foot, releasing the hand, lifting the other foot, releasing the hand, shaking the hands out if you'd like. And then start to crawl the arms out in front of you, high plank. Fingers wide, shoulders over wrists, heels back, crown of head forward. Inhale to prepare to fold. Exhale to lower all the way down, bend the elbows in. Coming into a nice shoulder stretch, bring the left arm long out to the left, palm down on the floor. Bring the left ear to the mat. The right hand is below the right shoulder. Press into that hand and roll onto the outside edge of the left, or roll out onto the left side body rather. Bend the right knee, plant the right foot behind you. Maybe lift the right arm toward the sky. Maybe bring the right arm back behind you. Maybe interlace the fingers. Slowly come out of the pose. If you have a grip, release it. If the arms back behind you, lift it to the sky. And then let the palm plant below the shoulder. Roll onto your belly. Do the same thing on the other side. Right arm long out to the right, palm down on the floor. Right ear on the mat. Left hand plants on the mat below the left shoulder. Roll onto the right side body. Left foot plants below right leg, left knee bends and looks to the sky. And again, maybe lifting left arm, maybe reaching it back, maybe finding light. Carefully come out of the pose, one step at a time.
It matters to me.
Finding yourself on your belly with your hands planted below your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Bend your knees, press into your hands. Have a seat on your heels at the back of your mat. Find broken toe pose. Tucking all 10 toes. The hands might need to assist with the pinkies. Just stay here for a moment in stillness and silence, hands on lap, crown of head high.
I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel. I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel. Donate it to me.
If your eyes are closed, you might open them here for a moment. Plant your hands in front of you, untuck all 10 toes, have a seat on the heels. Bring your hands back behind you, fingers pointing toward you, and then lift the knees as much as feels comfortable for you. A couple of inches, a foot. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Just be here for a couple of moments, breathing into the tops of the feet. Counter stretch.
I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel. I feel so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful the way I feel. So wonderful.
If your eyes are closed, you might open them here gently, lower onto your knees. Bring your hands in front of you. Tuck all 10 toes once more, second and final time. You're going to do broken toe with the neck stretch at the same time. Hands behind lower back, find a fist. Bring the fist to the right hip, send the right ear to the right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of the neck, breathe into the bottoms of the feet. On your next inhale, crown of head high, fist back. And as you exhale, fist to the left hip, left ear to the left shoulder. We're over halfway done with this second and final round of broken toe. Breathe into the right side of the neck, breathe into the bottoms of the feet. On your inhale, crown of head high, fist back. Remove the grip, shake the arms out, bring the hands in front of you, untuck the toes, and suggestion to lightly tap the tops of the feet. Have a seat on the heels, bring the legs out to one side, plant the feet in front of you, hip width distance, scooch up to the front of your mat. Bring the arms up shoulder height, press into the feet, lift the chin, lift the chest. Take a big inhale, flat spine. As you exhale, slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Keep pressing into the feet, using your core this last little bit. Bring your knees into your chest. Place your hands onto your knees. Roll your lower back in 3 big circles, giving the lower back, the hips, and the glutes a massage. 3 big circles in the other direction. Come to center across the right knee over the left. Left hand grips outside of right foot. Right hand grips outside of left foot. Gently pull on the grip, bringing the heels close to the glutes. When you're ready, remove the grip, uncross the knee, and then left knee on top of right. Find the grip once more and pull on the grip. Send the feet toward the glutes. When you're ready, release the grip, uncross the knee. Bring your knees in, wrap your arms, bring your forehead in, give yourself a squeeze. Lower everything back down. If there are any last poses, any last movements that you want to take, please allow yourself to take them. When you feel ready, take your final resting pose if you haven't already. Please allow it to be anything that feels restful to you. No expectations, no judgment. Please stay in your final resting pose as long as you'd like. We can end our practice together from any position. If you'd like to meet me in a seat, start to deepen your breath. Find some tiny micro movements in the body, fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, back of head. Roll over onto one side, use your arm as a pillow. Press yourself up to any seat that feels comfortable to you. Place your hands anywhere that feel comfortable to you. Take a moment to come back to those kind words that you said to yourself at the very beginning of class and repeat them. If you didn't say anything then, maybe you'd like to say something now. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.